Hey, N.A.R.C troopers. Tonight I have a couple of things to talk about. Not just one, but they're all related. I've had a lot of things on my mind recently thinking about my ex-N.A.R.C's, my replacement, and how he's living his life since he departed. And I've been thinking about metaphors and analogies, how to compare him to something. And I have compared him to like a wild dog, a feral animal that has broken off the chain, busted out of the cage, and they're running loose. They're just they just start running. It's like, holy shit, hallelujah, I'm free, and then they just start running, and they just go, and they don't look back. And so he's kind of like that dog off the chain, that animal out of the cage. He tried so hard to have be a normal person, I guess, or at least appear normal, because I assume part of it was his own mental processes convincing him that he might actually, care about me, and might actually, he's always wanted to think that he was a good person. So when he figured out that he was having such a hard time being a good person, he had to redefine it a little bit and twist it around and find a therapist who was young and inexperienced, and of course a girl who he could charm and manipulate and have her wrapped around his finger, things like that. But what I really want to say is that the message is that the people who are narcissists, sociopaths, and dysregulated people, even psychopaths even, these cluster B people with personality disorders, they do not have a real identity. So when you really look up close, you realize they're assimilating you. They are absorbing you, and what you like and what you think becomes what they like and what they think, and they're mirroring you. So there's no real core identity there. So when you're looking back on that, it looks very real. It looks very compatible, very synchronicity and all of that, but it's not. It's not that familiar, organic, magical thing that you think it is. It's just not. Here's the thing. Here's the point I want to make. They believe their own fiction. It's like they spin it, they invent it. In the end, they blame shift and blame the victim and say, it's your fault. Everything's your fault. And all the stuff they learned in therapy, they use it against you. The same words and all the things that they learn. They, talk to you about how you're codependent and stuff like that. And it's just crazy because you're just a regular married person thinking this is your regular husband, and that if you hit a snag, you'll talk about it. If things get bumpy or, there's some kind of something happening, then there's going to be discussion, or there's going to be something happening. But with these dysregulated people, there is no discussion, there is no warning, there's nothing. It's just like, boom, one day they're gone. They're just like that wild dog on a chain, like that busts loose, and the animal that is out on the streets. And someone else told me recently, and I consult, I have a team of people, shall we say, who work on me. And this team of people tell me things sometimes. And what they compared it to is that he's running like a bull. He's so stubborn and so delusional and so filled with all of these this hunger for fuel, and he's twisted things and has become resentful. To me, I was the one person that actually really genuinely cared about him in a loving way without really trying to do something to him, his whole life, family, no, not good, and other things, no, not good. He found it with me, and he was too crazy to know it or care, the things that people want to have their whole life: unconditional love, a beautiful home, a nice career, respect from others, and family, and all of that. Nope. It was a good life, lots of global international travel with fancy eating and dining and, um, freedom to go roam the earth, to go to galleries and museums, and we did that, and then we worked, and then we traveled some more, and then we worked, and anyway, they convinced themselves that was all bad. He even told me, this is all bad. Everything you stand for, I don't. I'm going to go off the grid. I'm going to not play by the rules. I don't care about my credit score anymore. I don't want to own a car. I want to be a gypsy. I want to be a bohemian. I want to be a hippie. I want to be homeless. Isn't that one step away? Right, from being homeless. So yeah, the no rules. That's an eventual case of hepatitis or some other kind of worse STD. They still have things that kill you or make you wish you were dead, and so time's gonna catch up with people that are doing that, and my replacement is a drug addict, coke, I think, maybe meth, probably coke, some kind of powder, and yeah, she's loves the powder. She's got him using the powder. We never did that. I never did that, and 16 years of marriage, 17 years I knew this person. He didn't need that, but he does now, and I'm pretty sure that how he's making his money is on amateur porn. My ex-husband is a porn star now. He was a teacher. He has students. He taught school for I don't know, 11 years, 12 years, a long time, long enough to get his administrator's certificate and his master's degree. He was going to be the principal of a school, for Christ's sake. And now, in his midlife crisis, narcissistic, psychopathic, psychotic, multiple personality, sex-addicted, porn-addicted, kind of riddled, addled, amygdala broken brain, prefrontal cortex broken brain, in that, yeah, he's reinvented himself as a porn star. You can make a lot of money on amateur porn, $5,000 to $15,000 a month. Boom. You get little tokens and you get points, and then that translates to money. And if you're cute and charismatic and all the things that he is, and then you got the other stuff too, then oh my gosh, of course he's got some slutty girl that's making porn movies and they're making money off of that. Wow. I think they're going to move soon. He went from LA to San Francisco, and they can't last out there. It's too expensive, and there's fire. There's other better places to make porn, right? And so maybe they're going to go on the road and make porn from Montana and porn from Colorado, and then maybe we'll have some Kansas porn. Why am I picking on the Midwest states? Of course they're going to go to Nevada and do Las Vegas and Grand Canyon. You have to have Grand Canyon porn. You really do. If you're going to make the porn, you need to, make it in a natural setting so you're not having to put some kind of weird green screen thing behind it. They don't even bother to do that. It's just usually some girl being handled and groped and guys doing the thing all over her. And it's so disgusting and nasty and low and slimy and sleazy and trashy and immoral and amoral, and most of the people that do it have to do it for the money because they don't have any other choice. What are they going to do to make that much money? It's really good money. Maybe they have children. Maybe they have a sick child or a sick parent. And man, if I were in a position where I could take care of my child or my parent or not take care of them and they were dying and needed medical treatment or whatever, yeah, I'd make a porn. I would. And it would be good too. It would be a good one. That was not a sexy wink. So what was my message for the day? Okay, let me sum it up like this. Everything that he's doing with being a porn star, going from teacher and administrator, respected citizen, to cokehead and drug hallucinogenic experimenter and porn star, is kind of kind of a little bit of a shift. And it would only be in a person who has cluster B and probably other comorbidities. I don't know what is wrong with him. I don't have the other diagnosis. I know he's a narcissist or sociopath, psychopath. I know he's cluster B. I know he's cluster B. That's diagnosed. Yep. He for sure has that, but he could have a lot of other things wrong with him too. And your person that you think, you're narcissist, you hear all this narcissist. Well, if they're narcissists, they're probably a little bit sociopath too, because it's all in the same category. They probably have psychopathic tendencies as well, sadomasochistic tendencies, Machiavellianism, the dark triad. It could be, they could have other things like be bipolar or manic depressive or schizophrenic or multiple personality disorder. All kinds of things could be mixed with that, because usually it's just one big clusterfuck of crazy. So why not? Right? And then they do completely irrational things and just burn their whole lives to the ground when they had everything. And they just do that because why? Because they are incapable of living in reality, being present in reality, and they're incapable of reflecting on the past. So the present, the past, even the future, there's such a blur between fantasy and reality, such a rabbit hole kind of craziness where they believe their own lies. They believe their own version of reality. My ex has decided to vilify me and turn me into like the bad guy, because if he looked straight up at me and realized this is a woman who gave her life to me, chose me over everything else in her life repeatedly for 16 years. If he did that, sorry about that, guys. If he could admit that and look at me and be reflective enough to acknowledge that that's what happened, he couldn't live with himself. It would be horrible. It would be what he's doing would be, the guilt would be tremendous, but they don't have guilt. They don't have empathy. They're not capable of love. They're not capable of any of those things. They don't have those emotions, guys. Nope. They don't have those emotions. So I hope you don't have a crazy story like mine, Teacher, administrator turns into porn star, leaves his wife and family and cat. He left his cat. Yeah, we had a cat. And just to leave all of that to go do what he's doing is, that's not liberation, it's insanity. And he's mentally ill. And you just can't reason with that. And I guess that's my message. All the hopes you have that he'll come to his senses, he's going to realize, he's going to take accountability, he's going to give you closure, he's going to see the light, he's going to change. None of those things are going to happen. I promise. If they do, I really need to interview you for my podcast. If that does happen, you need to contact me immediately and tell me, yeah, my person definitely diagnosed, not just your label, but like diagnosed personality disorder.
Cable television,
right?
That was
I want
any
to know
interest to me whatsoever. Last night at
what
midnight,
happens
all
with
the way.
that. Oh my
see if you don't
gosh,
think
what's
this is
happening?
interesting. All the way from Perth, Australia, Fremantle, in the Indian Ocean,
Sorry.
they're having
it's
the
David
America's
Letterman,
Cup Challenger
and he's coming to
Finals
life out of nowhere.
live. And it's daylight and sunny and beautiful ocean,
okay.
and the boats out
Sorry,
there racing.
guys.
It was nice. Yeah. And the Today Show is going to.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Well, I know I look really confused. Yeah, I'm here on my computer. I multitask. Sorry. So, happy Halloween, everybody. Even if you don't celebrate Halloween, happy blue moon. Happy end of October. November's coming. Yay. November 1st is the 1-year anniversary of my divorce. 1-year anniversary of my divorce, November 1st. Much of the time, I think I'm so blessed to be rid of this person. He discarded me. I didn't make it away. He discarded me. And I think, oh, yeah, I'm so grateful that he's gone. But a lot of the time, I don't think that. I miss him. I miss that life. I miss him because I love him. And 16 months later, since he discarded me, yeah, I love him. But I realize how sick he is and how irreparable he is, how incapable he is, how his brain is damaged. He has brain damage. He's not going to ever be able to be what I need him to be. He's not going to be able to do that for anyone. He can fake it, and he can fake it for years. He made it 16, 17 years with me. And Yeah, so he could stay with somebody a long time, even have children, family, all that. He's still not normal. He still lives in some blurred fantasy reality, crazy bullshit. And yes, he's so dependent on the women, he can't live without them. They pay for him. They look at that smile, they look at his, and they're like, yeah, let me pay you, let me throw money at you. Just come back and be with me because you're just a perfect dream come true. Yeah, there's power in that deception. It's just know, here's my message. Lots of rambling, sorry. I had libations this evening with my Texas Roadhouse rolls. You know, the ones that are warm with the honey butter? I don't know how many of those I ate. I don't even know what else that I had, but I know I had a bunch of those rolls and some other libations. So, yeah, I'm a little altered states, but that's okay. I can still talk to you in this altered state, and I just want to say, you think that it's going to be okay with them. It's not. You think things will change and that there's hope. There's not. And I have to tell myself that. I have to have positive self-talk and say, come on, you can do this. Let him go. It's never going to work. And I have to say that to myself because I forget, because I miss him. And I'm addicted to him, and I'm attached to him, and I love him. On top of all the weird stuff, I just love him. But he's so sick. It's like, you're in love with a mentally ill person, and you have to let them go because they can't be okay. Maybe they can be a lot of things. Maybe they can be a porn star. Maybe they can be homeless. Maybe they can be the leader of a cult. Maybe they can be president of the United States. Wink, wink. But what they cannot be is a normal person and a good partner for you. It ain't happening. Ain't happening, sister. So that's it for my broadcast today. And thank you for putting up with my camera collapsing twice. And yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you. These are unscripted, as you can tell. Raw, truthful, honest, well-informed, deeply researched, and personally and it's sprinkled with all this personal stuff from my own very messy life with my very messy sick person. And so I hope the authenticity resonates with you so that you can get something from these vlogs that you can use. And the thing I'm trying to tell you to use tonight is get away. Give up, cut your losses, get away. It's not happening. And if you stay, if you try to go back, any of that, it's going to kill you. And you're going to lose everyone around you too, probably. They're not going to stand by and watch that. It's too painful. And it causes them harm. So it's not just you. It hurts other people too. I've learned that the hard way. Yeah, very hard way. Very hard way. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Please stay safe. Tomorrow is Halloween, October 31st. 2020. We're in the middle of so much turmoil. Global pandemic. It's real. Wear your freaking mask. We are in the middle of racial strife, protests, riots, that kind of thing. Climate change, natural disasters, extreme weather, unrest in many countries, death everywhere, planets spinning, weird things happening. Some people think this is the end of the world, the apocalypse. Some people think it's just a transformation to a new fifth dimension or plane of existence, and they're all new agey metaphysical. This is the time we've been waiting for, the ascension, the enlightenment. Yeah. Okay. All those things are possible. It could be the apocalypse. It could be the transmutation, ascension, journey, transformation of the global universe, whatever. It could be nothing. It could just be a really shitty year because people are shitty and they need to get their act together. Right? It could just be a wake-up call saying, hey, you better do something because this isn't going the way it needs to go. So with all this hard stuff going on, we have to self-partner and be good to ourselves and find some joy, carve out a little time to have some hot rolls and honey cinnamon butter and a few little libations of some kind for recreational pleasure, and to just Try to enjoy life a little bit, because you know what that narcissist, sociopath, psychopath did to you? Wow. Ouch. You got to let them go. Do it. Do it today. Make the decision. Accept it. They're never going to be okay. Never. They're never going to be okay. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. They're not ever going to be okay. Their brain is broken. They have no accountability, no empathy, no guilt, no compassion, no mercy, no love for you. Let them go. Let them go. Okay, so that's it, guys. I'm going to go now. Yeah, I'm eating some popcorn. I don't think I'm supposed to show you the brand. Let me just say it's kettle corn, and you can buy it at the grocery store. Oh my God. It's so good. When you get the munchies, you got to try it. It's better than Cheetos. I made it through high school eating Cheetos when I got munchies. Now, kettle corn, and it's organic. Matters. Okay, much love.